Okay, YouTube. This is Nezrak. My last video was a little bit sketch, to say the least. It was just a fucking. It was a freaking rant. Okay, I'm gonna try not to use so much profanity this time. I'm gonna try to stay as focused as possible so we can get through this and get the idea and the conversation started. Okay, so I looked at the video a couple of times, tried to decipher what was really the message on that video. And it was really a conversation about racism, okay? And like my idea about racism, my ideas about race in particular, are a little bit more complicated than what the American masses see, okay? It's because the American masses are dumbasses, okay? Bottom line. Like you'll hear a lot of people in America talk about how they hate French people because they didn't back us up in 9/11. Guess what? Your family's French, motherfucker. You're like, I could look at you and tell that you're fucking French. You know, Italian, Irish, all that shit. All those regions have their issues, okay? Like, ask the IRA about fucking why they don't like the British, okay? Anyway, so I mean, ask an Irish person from the 30s why why they were the illegal immigrants of today. Like, they were literally the illegal immigrants today. Like, they used to call them Okies. Like Polish people, they used to call them Polacks. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot more than nigger and wetback out there, and cracker. I don't know who the fuck came up with cracker and honky, but that's like the weakest racist insult. Like, if I was a white person, like cracker, like, oh god, you call me a cracker. You know? Yeah, I shouldn't post that on YouTube, but you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna keep going. But anyway, to me, it's like race is only skin deep, okay? And the reason why I say race is only skin deep is because every problem that one race has, another race has equally or more so. And let's think about black people. Black people have a certain set of issues. White people have the same set of issues, but since there's so many more white people than black people, guess what that means? That there's more white people suffering from that issue than black people, okay? And the same goes for Hispanics, it goes for Asians. No, not Asians, because Asians are a little bit weird. No offense, Asian people. You know, I like Asian people. I have Asian friends. Not a lot, but I mean, they do have Asian friends. But I mean, like, their concept, the way their culture is it like completely changes the dynamic for them, which is why they're successful in our school system. That's a completely different video. Not staying focused here. But it's dumbed down in America. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, I got notes. It's dumbed down in America. There's no such thing as a white person. Okay, there's no such thing as a black person. There's no such thing as a Mexican person. And the reason why is because it's so dumbed down in this country that, you know, we don't see that there's a reason why there's, to put it simply, one white person will have blue eyes, one white person will have brown eyes, one white person will have green eyes, and their hair is all different, you know. And the same kind of goes for black people. There's some really tall black people, and their heads are kind of round. Then there's some black people that aren't really very tall, but they're very stocky, and their heads are kind of like, you know, blockish kind of. And I mean, it crosses the boundaries. Like, it really crosses a lot of boundaries. And all of those different, I want to say that they're pretty much different races, because they're not even like, they don't have the same issues medically when they get older. You know, like, they don't have the same problems that the other ones have. And it's not because simply, you know, different strokes, different folks. It's because they're a different fucking race, okay? People hang out in the region for centuries, and guess what? That means that you're gonna change. Your family, your people, you're all gonna change, okay? Which is why, you know, we are the way we are. This video is not going in the right direction right now. I'm gonna try to get through this anyway, though. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at in short is that it's not as simple as we make it in America. It ain't as simple as, if you ain't right, you ain't right. I mean, there's no such thing as a white person in my eyes. There's no such thing as a black person in my eyes. And people don't have any pride in who they are as an individual, because they're too fucking lazy to go out and make their own future, make their own legacy. People are perfectly content having fucking babies and trying to say that that's their accomplishment in life. You didn't accomplish shit. I'm fucking sorry, dude. You had some fucking babies, good for you. Guess what? dogs have babies, fucking rats have babies, fucking maggots are fucking flies' little poop bag babies, okay? If your biggest accomplishment in life is you fucking had kids and you raised them, so fucking what, dude? What did you do? What did you contribute? And I'm completely going off of my notes. My notes, I stopped right there on my notes. But I mean, this is something that needs to be talked about. I mean, the reason why there is racism is because like people have no fucking self-confidence. They have no fucking ability, no fucking drive, no initiative to go out and make something of themselves, you know? Like, they rather sit here and say, oh, well, Kobe's black, oh, well, Einstein was white, you know, oh, well, Jackie Chan is Asian, you know, oh, well, fucking, you know, Cheech Marin's Mexican, that guy's hilarious, whatever, okay? And Barack Obama's black, he's half white too, motherfucker. I mean, seriously. I mean, people are pretty much so pathetic that they have to cling on to others' success to prove the validity of their entire race, okay? If we wanted to do that as black people, we'd start throwing out names like George Washington Carver and fucking other black people that I can't think about right now. And what the media would have you believe, what our educational system would have you believe, is that this guy made peanut butter. Motherfucker, he did not make peanut butter. Like, if you look up George Washington Carver on the History Channel, I'm almost out of time, I'm sorry, so I'm flipping the camera around. You realize that he did a lot, you know? Like, he did a fucking lot. And it was the way he was brought up. He wasn't just some slave out in the fields, you know? So, I mean, if you look at Albert Einstein, that dude's brain was fucking different. I mean, come on. I'm running out of time. I need a longer card is what I need. Anyway, this is probably part one of a two-part video. Because there's a lot to touch on with this. So I'll come back with part two.